Punch talking about it? Yeah. They said it was just comical. Like you're getting worse at this. Like how are you still getting worse and worse each week?
The dirtier, the better.
All right, we're live. So yeah, welcome to the behind the scenes of trying to organise a podcast. You might not be able to see me, but you can hear me.
Clint's coming in remotely today. Hope everyone is well. What episode is this? 73? 72.
Wishing your life away.
I haven't got a joke for 72. Do you?
Why was
like a full playing bingo or something?
7 afraid of 8 or something? No, 9 afraid of 7 because 72.
Yeah, something like that. Hope everyone is well. It's been a big 24 hours.
Having a few issues with our background screen though.
For something different.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
It's getting a bit like that sometimes.
Like, look at this shit. Turn off on your device. The power is not turned on. Check the cable. Like, it's there. It's plugged in. I don't know.
Not sure.
I don't have Restream it either. Oh, I'm stuck.
No, is that one there? That's one there.
Because I can connect it direct.
Put it in my hole.
Straight in the hole.
Special.
Because we know if this doesn't work, then I know it works.
So when we do the giveaway,
Ah! PC was... What are you doing? What are you doing?
Thinking maybe extend the displays.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate you fucking jumping in.
I was
Jesus
I get in trouble for not providing input.
Do we have any more pizza?
Probably.
I'd like some.
You'd like some? Do you want me to go get it?
Just think with that's
Well, I think Dylan should stay here just in case we have a catastrophic IT failure of media or something.
All right, so that's screen number 2. And what else? Did you hear about that? Did you? What do I put on? VLC media player? Yep. I don't think I even have that. Is that right? All right. Welcome to the podcast, guys. This is definitely. How do you get rid of that? No one's watching, right? We don't have. Oh no! All right, there you go. So the background's ready. Jonesy's going to be back with my pizza in a minute. Now restream it. I need to download that. I don't have that either. Did you get Ben's comment on the soundboard? What was Ben's comment on the soundboard? I don't know. How do I got to sign in, right? Sorry guys. This is I was going to say this isn't usual behavior, but it pretty much is a usual behavior. Jonesy will be back in a minute. If you are interested to ask questions, you can post your questions on it's already logged in. So I just got to open that. Episode 72. Go to the chat, watch myself live, go to the chat. All right, cool. So if anyone's got any questions about lawn care or what are we doing? Oh, we're doing giveaways. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Jonesy's found my pizza, so I can eat that. And I feel like I'm having a good hair day today. How are you feeling about yours, Jonesy?
Same. Nah, I do like my hair this long. I was saying to Angel the other day, I just wish my hair would stay this long normally. Like, that'd be great.
Why don't you just like get laser hair and then just do tattoo dots on your head?
I don't have time for that shit. Oh.
Go the Lions.
Go the Lions. They're playing tonight. They're playing Geelong at the Cattery at Cardinia Park or Alphabet Stadium.
What's Alphabet Stadium?
GMHBA Stadium.
Why?
And that's what the stadium's called.
What, GMH, like General Motors Holden?
No, like something health insurance. GHMBA or GMBHA. Alphabet Stadium.
They must be loving the fact that no one knows how to say their business name. Wouldn't it be worth changing the name to?
I didn't even know that it was a health insurance. Something that I don't have, so it doesn't matter.
You don't have health insurance.
Nah, public, mate. I got a letter from the government.
Do you guys have hospitals in Gawler?
We do. It's not the greatest. I got a letter from the government before my 31st birthday last week saying that now that I'm 31, that I'll have to pay a a surcharge if I go to the hospital, and that I should probably look at getting health insurance for hospital cover. But I've never had to have hospital cover yet. I know probably Murphy's Law now that I say it, but you know, I've paid enough to Medicare. Think they can just pay it back. It's probably fair.
Sounds like you need to write a strongly worded email.
I couldn't be fucked.
You can probably get AI to do it.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think an email is going to change it, but it really came out of the blue. I wasn't expecting that. You know, another thing that school doesn't teach you. You know, like another
Government letters.
Another very important thing that I think should be taught in the education system. But
That you're going to get a letter.
that when you turn 31, you will begin to start having to pay a surcharge for
But
hospital.
that might be legislation that was changed after you finished school.
Oh, I feel like this email or this letter had a lot of backing to it for a very long time. I don't think it was just something new. And it doubles each time. So I think it's 2% this year, and then it's 4% next year, and then it's 6%, then 8%, 10%.
That's not doubling, bro.
Well, sorry.
All
You're
the
right.
maths.
Yeah, all the Gawler maths.
What's going on here? Oh, no, we do this. It's all good. Repeat.
Yep.
That one?
Yep. Look at that.
Josh Knott says, it will fuck you at tax time too. You need to get that private health. It does. You have a different tax rate. Not financial advice.
Yeah, but actually, that's a good point. It said to go to the website at the bottom of the letter, which I did, and it said work out how much it's going to cost.
Yep.
Calculator didn't exist.
I do find that government websites generally are pretty fucking shit.
Because if I ring a private health place, they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, you need it."
Of course you
Yeah.
do. It's like, the haircut,
Yeah,
right?
You need it.
Go to the barber. Do I need a haircut? They always say yes.
Now I understand why people sell illicit drugs. It's just easier. You
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Drone Pilots Queensland says, are you wearing a moo-moo, Clint? Classy.
Is Clint here?
Not now. Well, fuck. Now I live here. No, just this is a new prop. Just trying it out.
Had all the props rock up the other day, didn't we?
I'm an Amazon Power user now. I've been buying costumes. Yeah. So I've got my military one. I've tried to steer clear of genuine military attire because I don't want to be one of those like stolen valor cockheads that you got, like, you know, just I'm an actor, right? Like Tom Cruise, just more, just fatter,
Yeah.
and less capable.
And that's the other thing. I got this letter 2 weeks before I turned 31. Wouldn't I have got it last year? Like, give me a full 12 months to think about it?
I'd be more concerned that they know where you live.
Or it'd be on my tax, be on everything. Driver's license, Medicare. What else do you
You
got?
guys, I heard people that lived in Gawler just drive. They didn't have licenses. That's cool.
Some do. I've had my license since I was 16, so
Yep. Well, there you go. VJ,
15 years been driving for.
VJ says, "G'day, legends."
Hello.
G'day, VJ. There's a question here on Instagram that's one of those sensibles.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's not the right button.
Wrong
Sensible
hole.
question. Sensible
Oh,
question. Is there a wrong hole?
sometimes without notice.
So you reckon like get a letter maybe for 2 weeks
Yeah.
before you're going to do it?
Just, you know, like when the power goes, like when there's structured works or planned works. So I'm planning to use this hole in 2 weeks. You need to make sure that you're ready and prepared.
And we don't expect it to take longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah. Max. Yeah.
All right. Sensible question. Sensible question. Josh Tree, 83. How long does it take for money shot to work?
That depends on a lot of things. So if your lawn is in a healthy state and you apply money shot, you can see signs up to 24 hours, as soon as 24 hours. However, currently it's a bit cooler. If you're applying it to a warm season grass in a cool climate, you're probably not going to see much of a difference. If you're applying money shot in a temperate climate with a cool season grass, you'll see results pretty quickly. But for example, at my place, I've got Santa Ana Cooch. If I was to put money shot out on the front lawn at the moment, it's almost very much so completely stopped and has lost a bit of colour. I wouldn't see the effects of money shot. In order for it to be presentable on a warm season grass, will have to be through the growing season and in a healthy condition. As soon as it starts to lose colour or it's not in a healthy condition, unfortunately the effects of money shot won't work. But we did put money shot on the lawn out the front before one of the striping videos, and we saw results within 4 days, which is pretty quick considering how cold it has been here as well. So
I bought a new fake plant, but I forgot to bring it up. We'll do that later.
yeah, for our vertigo wall.
Yeah. Woo!
To break it up. Yeah, you should have looked at that last night.
Oh, yeah. I drank all the beers last night. Hey,
Like literally,
all the beers.
2 of the beers ran out.
Yeah.
You
But
drank
that's
all of
because
them.
they're good beers. There was a, yeah, they had Banks cake eaters there. So good. Just such a good beer. They're, why didn't you bring my plant up? Matt Irving is here. You guys know Ask Irvo? I don't think I need that. You can maybe put it on my desk. Yeah, thanks for dropping past the podcast. Do you want to say anything to the audience? Matt, that's not a Wookiee. Is that what Wookiees look like?
Yeah, they're a little
There's a new
bit.
show called The Rookie, isn't there?
You're a bit taller than a Wookiee, though.
Is that the noise?
You are a fucking wop.
So I've got another question here from Jacko Hutton. How can you tell if your grass is dormant or dead? Noticing 1 or 2 decent sized patches.
Oh, what lawn variety do you have?
Oh, here, follow-up question. What lawn variety do you have? Jack's also said, got your grow pack with the liquid fertilizer and NSFW in it. I can't remember what it's called as a pack. Well, it's currently called the liquid grow and blow pack. In the past, it was called something different, but we're not allowed to call it that anymore because the lawyers said, stop it.
Please.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Except we didn't need help. We just needed advice.
No, we just need more money. So then we can get better lawyers and say, fuck you. But at the moment, we've got good lawyers. I just don't want to spend any more money with them. So yeah, what variety of turf is it? I think Jonesy's thinking you might have something sinister going on deep in your roots.
Which is what I'm currently dealing with. And Matthew.
Bearded Sith said, where's Clint?
He knows it.
Yeah, John Cena. My son used to think John Cena was one word. He used to call him John Ceno. It was like Jonceno. John Cena. I'm like,
That's okay. We've all been there
it's not
with things. Yeah.
Okay. Jordan Jenk says, what time should I chuck down 3-way and roots and shoots this time of year? Have Santa Ana has yellowed off. What time? 3 o'clock.
Look, if it has yellowed off, I would probably leave the 3-way in the shed and I'd just stick to roots, and I'd probably water it in and get the all that nutrients and stuff into the soil ready for springtime, if I'm being honest. Especially if it started to like lose its colour. There's not really much that we can really do at this point other than painting it, but even so, also just gives you a time just now to relax and not have to worry about the lawn.
Sit back, relax, and
Stop it.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Who was talking about his dead lawn, said, I've got a ryegrass tall fescue blend though through it, but have a bit of a variety as I only put seed down a few months ago, maybe a few varieties. So is your lawn dead or it just hasn't grown yet?
There's a lot going on there. Jack? Is it Jack? Jacko Hutton. You can send me an email, adam@lawnhub.com.au, just so I can have a look at a picture. I've got a couple of ideas, but yeah, I just don't want to give the wrong advice.
Whoa, man.
Just don't look at it.
Do you remember when I used to come in here hungover all the time and I couldn't have headphones on and shit?
Yeah, there's a time, this time last year, where you couldn't go inside. So
I couldn't go inside a building because I was so hungover. Yeah, I feel like that today. Mudge says, can you call it not beep and beep anymore? I'm not allowed to say it. I'm not allowed to say it. I don't want to get in trouble.
Let's say China.
Is there a product? This is from Nick Lamb. Why is my laptop so far away? Can you see that in shot, or is that okay? Oh, right, it's not going to affect the podcast quality, though, because obviously we're really concerned about this being a top quality production. Okay.
It is top quality.
All right. So Nick Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
If his mum was Mary, when she gave birth, you could say Mary had a little lamb.
That's true.
All right. I don't have it.
Well, that's assuming that his mum took the father's last
Provided
name.
Nick is not a bastardo.
Potentially.
Okay. Sorry, Nick. We will get on with your question. I just have this comedy oozing through me and it just comes out sometimes.
I would say it was flowing last night rather than oozing.
Where does question go?
They couldn't shut the dam quick enough. It was fucking splurging.
He said my mum's name is Rosemary. Rosemary Lamb. Okay. So Nick's question is there a product I can use to get rid of warm season grasses, don't know what type, that spread in my RTF Kentucky bluegrass?
There are, you just can't, they're not available to the public selectively.
Yep, so what, you could get a contractor to come in and spray it?
I don't even know what contractors would have access to it. Whether it's just subscription based to golf courses or
subscription based.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's some form of subscription that you have to purchase it from the company and then
they come out and apply it.
They come out and give it to you.
That seems weird.
Well, the product's called Pilex anyway. It comes in a little syringe.
No shit. That's pretty hardcore.
Very good stuff. It removes warm season turf definitely out of bent. I'm not sure about fescue and those sorts of things, but definitely out of bent.
Shadow Sow, you going to the turf conference this year?
We certainly are. We actually got our shirts back today.
Oh yeah, we got shirts, don't we? So I'm not going to wear this?
You can wear that if you like. Yeah. We should just wear these.
We should wear these.
And we should have the little road mics and pretend we're podcasting around the...
We don't have to pretend.
We can. Yeah,
I'll come to Sydney.
Yeah, we can actually do it.
Dylan can go catch up with all the dudes that he goes to the parade with.
Yeah.
How come you blokes can swear on the podcast, but you can't remind us of the name of the old grown blowback?
Who said that, Marge?
Jacko Hutton. Because I won't get sued for saying fuck, but I might get sued for using a term that we don't have the trademark of. And I'm all for a good old fashioned legal battle, but not in winter.
Yeah. And
so the best time for us to go into legal battles is right around Black Friday, when we're flush with cash.
I think it's funny as well. Like we obviously joke all the time that no one really watches this podcast, but I got a message last week from someone saying that they heard that we were no longer allowed to call it that, and that they were going to remove it from their website too. Yep.
So yeah, it pays. If you're going to copy us when we win, you probably want to copy us when we lose.
Yeah. We'll do all the hard work for you. You just keep following trait.
Oh. Excuse me. Just have to deal with some other business. Tell them a funny story about Gawler, like about people stealing rims or something.
I don't know. There was a I don't know. It has been happening in Gawler. They knocked down the old Get a Bargain site to put a new Audi in.
Oh, yeah?
So we'll have 2 Audis, 2 Coles.
2 Audis?
Yeah.
What's the population of Gawler, like 40? What do you need 2 Audis for?
I don't know. 2 Audis, 2 Coles.
Oh, maybe they did it to stop someone else from getting it.
A Woolworths.
I don't like these speakerphones.
And 2 Drakes. It's a lot of supermarkets. And about how many servos we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 servos, 5 servos.
Yeah, wow. Gawler's like the big smoke now.
Yeah, it's busy, man. It's busy. But unfortunately, if you're looking to build in my estate, there's no water for the new houses. So, no new houses in my estate for a while.
Okay. Have they thought about maybe using rainwater tanks?
Maybe.
We could sell them some rainwater tanks.
We could. But one's to continuously run a house. Like, we're going to be able to put.
Or you just get a truck to deliver water each day.
Yeah.
You got to think outside the square. You can't be so small-minded. This is why Gawler's so far behind economically.
I
Everyone
suppose.
just stops. They're like, well, there's no water, so we'll just stay living with mum and dad.
The Tamberlin train station's getting an upgrade. That's exciting.
Whatever.
The Tamberlin train station.
Tamberlin, like a tamberlin.
Like tambourine. Tamberlin is the second stop after Gawler Central coming towards the city, and that's usually the train that station that we go to when we go to the footy.
Yep.
Crow's got to buy this week. So no stress this week. Can live stress free.
Oh, those fuckheads. They cost me $500.
20 grand.
Well, both.
But yeah, I think last Friday night's game was probably one of the worst games of AFL I've ever watched. Ever. I made the comment that I'd actually prefer to watch
I'm losing audio as well. What are you doing, Dylan?
Is this still working?
Why are you still so shit at this?
I made a comment that I just would have preferred to watch the 2004 grand final all over again. I'd rather feel those emotions than the emotions that I felt watching.
I don't
the
think
game
people
on
should
Friday.
get emotional about it. It's just
It's just something to do.
game.
You know, it's better than doing drugs illicitly and destroying your life, I suppose.
Well, they're not mutually exclusive. You don't just. It's not either I watch AFL or I'm a fucking meth addict.
It is,
They're the two
especially in
options.
Gawler.
There
Yeah,
are 2 options.
yeah. I do think.
So,
though,
Adam, high school's all done now.
Yeah,
You got your
yeah.
cards.
What are you going to be? A
AFL fan or meth addict? Well, I definitely like watching AFL.
there is
and
a
sleeping.
there is a rule that they need to change though, and they need to change the last touch rule. They need to change it so. And the Victoria,
Is that new?
So in the SANFL, it's used, right?
As in, if you touch the ball last, the
Not
other person
okay.
gets
It's
it?
called last touch, but it's not actually last touch. And this is, I think, what's confusing the Victorians, right? Whilst it's called last touch, it's not the last touch. So it's the last kick. So if you kick it and no one touches it and it bounces out, it's
like basketball.
yeah, it's a free to the opposition. Not off your hands, not a handball, a handball on the full, but like a punch, all good. It's off the boot. Because on the weekend gone, the interpretation of insufficient attempt was so like left to right scale. There was no happy medium. It was just what the umpires just deemed as insufficient. Now, we all know that I hate fucking Port Adelaide, but they got stitched up hard on the weekend. Hardcore from a few calls.
Is that Ken bloke still coaching?
Yes. Well, they've won 2 in a row or 3 in a row or something. So they're
Talking
on
flags.
they're on the flag talk
Talking
again.
flags.
Yeah. I just think, yeah. But unfortunately, the AFL won't incorporate it because the SANFL have had great success with it, unfortunately.
But hang on. My theory of having AI umpires is starting to make sense.
Well, Matty Nix, a Crows coach, made a good point. He's like, now it's another decision that's been taken away from the umpires that will allow them to hopefully
Just focus on getting the other decisions right.
Yes.
That's a really nice backhanded punch in
Yeah.
the face.
Mm.
I heard Eddie Maguire talking about changing the number of umpires and having zones and shit and having no boundary umpires. I dreamt it. Basically having...
Sorry, he keeps playing with it. I just don't know if it's working or not. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about this Dylan guy. Sometimes he really impresses me.
But yeah, just take all the decision making out of the umpire for that call. If it's going to touch your foot and it goes out of bounds, That's it. Now, I did see a comment that got lots of traction. It was like, well, that's just going to force players to try and tap it back in next to the boundary onto the player's foot so it goes out of bounds. That already happens.
And
so
and if you pull that off, then you're really good.
Yeah, that already happens. So that comment that got like...
I love it.
Is null
in
and void.
Basketball, they do that.
Yeah,
they'll be flying out and then they just peg it at the person.
High IQ. That's all it is. Yeah. Footy IQ.
Maybe that's the issue. There's no one that plays that sport that has a high IQ.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think that. I think that it's a great sport and everyone that plays it is very, very smart and intelligent. What's your lawyers having comprehension? No, I can't answer that one. Mum's name's Rosemary Lamb. Drone pilots Queensland. I want to do a renovation. Oh, hang on. Where's my sense? Fucking too many buttons. Sensible question. I want to do a renovation late August in Brisbane. Mm-hmm. You could do it today. On our local cricket club pitch. Run-ups. Only has 4 weeks before the summer season starts. Is it too early in the season to consider doing?
It's a great question. And this sort of talk was talked on the in the Syngenta speech yesterday. Use your historical weather data using their app that they're launching next week and sort of trace back from the first game this year and sort of have a look at the same temperature and stuff at the same time last year and just see what your soil temps are tracking at. Obviously, it's not going to be a direct replica, but it's going to give you an idea. If you have the right soil temps, recovery is not going to take long at all. However, if you were experiencing cooler weather at that time last year, then, you know, maybe you're going to have to hold out for the Christmas break rather than before the season. So I'd look at historical data and try and match the renovation with the weather so you can get obviously a shorter recovery time. Otherwise, you may just have to look at the Christmas break.
Daniel Pittman said, all I hear is where crows. Bye.
Well, they lost. That's fine. It was still a bad game of football.
And then senior party hole.
Yeah.
That's this person's name now.
Yeah.
Senior party hole. He's not party hole senior.
Yeah, he's maybe...
Senior party hole.
Yeah, senior.
Oh, no. Yes? No. He said, he's non-binary, right?
Right.
They said...
Wait a minute.
Keep up the good work, boys, and I am pumped for tomorrow.
Yeah, let me guess. I'll ring him this afternoon and be like, I've worked out my swing, I've got it, and it's been the same talk every Friday for the last bloody 16 weeks. And
do you remember? Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Fuck. But no, I'm excited. I'm actually looking forward to golf tomorrow.
I don't play golf. I've decided that I don't ever play ever again. When did I decide that?
The last golf day.
It's just a fucking waste of time.
You had a good shot in that par 3.
Yeah, but one shot doesn't. You can't be the best in the world with one shot, mate.
No.
All right. Bearded Sith. Cold as in Brizzy. Global warming added again.
Cold as what? 21 degrees.
I don't know. I'm not there.
That's how much it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 18, 21.
That's still fucking warmer than here. We had an 8 degree when yous were away. Yous, that's Gawler language. When you and Matt were away,
yous guns.
It's 8 degrees.
Nate Extreme said, have you never watched a North game?
Hey, they're trending at the moment. They'll win a game in the next month, hopefully for them, because they were playing some great footy on the weekend.
What was their downfall? Was it James Brayshaw?
I don't know. Unfortunately, clubs like North, unfortunately, have just been and Essendon for that matter, and Carlton. They just, I don't know. They've got good players. North are getting better players, and getting some good footy together. But it's just they've been consistently down there for a very long time.
Has anyone tried putting like a foosball table in the lunchroom?
Don't know. Maybe a few pizza parties. Don't do some skin folds for a couple of weeks, but you had that ham and pineapple again, didn't you? Sorry.
You meant to spit it out. Adam Mudge said, Khan the pineapple? Mango?
Pear.
That's a pear.
Yeah, they've got another good game this weekend.
Mudge said, and the Crows for the last 7 years, Jonesy.
And the Crows for the last 8 years. I'd consider it probably 8. Oh, we nearly made finals 1 year out of the 8, but the Crows had a problem with retaining good players. They would go back to Melbourne, so
I did come up with a theory about that. I don't know if anyone liked that. Just buy them a private jet and fly them wherever they want.
Yeah, like the Geelong motto, just give them a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty. I'm sure there's plenty of ways around it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. We're not like the Premier League or the NBA where we can just where the league could or the teams could probably flaunt money like that.
Right.
Like, what did the Lakers sell for yesterday?
$10.08 billion.
That's an absurd amount of money.
Considering that it was bought in like 1979 for 64 million or something, or 49 million. Yeah. But
that is an absurd amount of money.
Yeah. But, you know, what are you going to do with it? Can't take it with you when you die.
No, you can't. So you may as well spend it.
May as well buy yourself a fucking NBA team.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other questions, so I think we're done. Big week, says little Jimmy's mate. I don't know if Jimmy's referring to the fact that I'm a bit delayed. I just had a big night last night. I wasn't meant to. Actually, I probably was. It wasn't an accident.
No, it wasn't an accident.
I drank 3 beers at the thing before we left in about 15 minutes.
And then your watch told you you're in high stress.
I think that's because I did a debut.
Got it.
Last night we went to the pub and we were sitting there. We had different suppliers there.
A real diverse range of suppliers too. Like
So-
one that not like it's normal for us, but there's just some people that would just look at it and go, how the fuck does that, how do you have that type of caliber there?
Well, yeah, so we had reps from the irrigation industry, but then also from the fertilizer industry, and they hadn't met before. And one of them's like, I want to go watch the Essendon game. My niece's boyfriend's debuting tonight or something. And I was like, I just did a debut before I left. Anyway, so now
It's like the pub come to a standstill when we're all laughing. Like, it was just hilarious.
we laughed so much. It was so good. Bearded Sis said, just confirming, did you want more questions? That's a good question, man. Thanks. Really appreciate the question. Nick Lamb, Rosemary's son, just said, big night last night, another juice cleanse coming. Yeah, actually, I was going to do one next week and then realised that we're going to Sydney for a night. So I think I'll do another juice cleanse, I don't know, a couple of days after that.
Oh, juice cleanse. Yeah.
Little Jimmy's mate, 3 beers after a hard day can get you. No, I had 3 beers before we went to the pub.
There was only about a 40-minute window.
And I was talking, so I didn't get time to get my first one. And what was I drinking? Stella's?
Yeah. Stella.
They were just gone. The thing is, Adrian. That was the joke from, yeah, cool. Little Jimmy's mate said, what's for dinner?
I don't know.
The rest of this pizza.
Had Afghan for lunch.
How good is that?
It's very good.
You get Afghan delivered, and they do pizzas as well. So you get a bit of rice, some kebab, and some pizza. Well, you didn't get any.
There's plenty downstairs.
No, there's not.
That what would it be? The bread looked like bubble wrap today.
Yeah. That they call it naan, but it's more like a kebab bread. Yeah.
It was all the sensory, like you could put your finger in it. And
what's for dinner tonight? I don't know. I can't be fucked. I honestly don't think I go to sleep.
I hear you.
That's what happens when you
I
go
don't
out.
even drink. I'm just fucking tired.
You had a drink, didn't you? You had one?
Yeah, I had one, and I really wish I asked what that rum was because it was nice.
I had it later on that night. Had a white label with orange writing on it.
Did you like it?
I don't really remember.
Oh goodness! One thing I did learn yesterday is shout out to the guys at Suncorp.
Fuck,
Matty Oliver.
He's a lad, that one.
42 events so far this year on that pitch. That would be the most used turf surface.
That was described in his bio that it's the most used piece of turf in the country.
Yeah, and and he does it with 3 full-timers and 2 casuals.
No, that's 6 casuals.
6 casuals. Sorry, that's it. He said there's 2 that he regularly relies on, but he's got up to 6. And that that they just obviously rely a lot on the turf replacement guys as outsourcing. Everything else is done in house, and they're going. He was telling a story where he'd had rugby union, then the soccer, and then rugby league in 3 days.
Yeah, he said that he preferred Magic Round to code changes. So he'd rather have 8 games on his pitch in 5 days or whatever than have the code changes. The code changes were what really kills them because they have to rip all the goalposts out and remark lines and stuff. Bearded just said Clint's mic is way low, Dylan. Get on it. Do you want to get on my mic? Hello? Maybe I'm not keeping it close enough to my mouth.
I think you had it away because you were eating.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to have my mastication in people's ears. Maybe that could be a new product, Lawnhub Masticate.
Lawnhub Masticate.
I'm really tired, eh?
Yeah, so the most...
Talk. I'm going to just rest.
That'd be easily the most used turf surface in Australia. And
except the bit in my backyard where my dog pisses.
And he was talking that their last 12 months, they've used 1,020-something kilos of nitrogen per hectare.
They use 4.5 ton of ryegrass seed per year.
Yeah. Like, there's just some staggering numbers there. It's considering that the average surface would probably receive anywhere from 250 to 300 kilos of nitrogen per hectare. Over 1,000 kilos of nitrogen per hectare. Like, the inputs, they were spraying every week. They were putting granular out every month, every 4 weeks. And they're replacing turf nearly monthly.
And they had sections where they were under lights 24/7.
Yes. They've got those grow lights down the southern end, was it?
I think so.
Yeah, or the northern end.
Dylan would have been listening. What did he say?
Yeah. So they're photosynthesizing, and it's the best lawn or the best turfed area in the stadium because the other area only gets around 5 hours of sunlight. So
we filmed his talk as well. So
yeah,
if you're
interested, I'd definitely recommend the 45 minutes of talk.
It'll be on Water Pro's YouTube channel in 2 weeks. Or like Monday, Tuesday.
Efficiency.
Yep, that's why we brought the setup.
So Les just messaged me and said you're both very quiet on the mics. And she's not one of those other fuckwits that like. Well, she wouldn't usually message, unlike Sith, who just I think Sith just likes typing. But
Clavio's been fixed as well, guys. We were having trouble with the email templates and creating assets. It's all fixed now.
Shadow Sow says, questions. What's your handicap?
7.7, I think.
Craft beer.
That's funny.
We need a live audience because I think some of my stuff's just golden. I get nothing from Dylan.
Oh, 7.8. It's blown out.
Why are you wearing a high-vis vest in here?
Well, we're about to film it. Everything's down there. You said come and it's all done.
Oh, I came. You just weren't there.
Goodness gracious.
Nate Extreme said, I'm really enjoying my rye fescue oversow this year. I really enjoyed my rye fescue oversow this year. When is Clint's seed coming?
You didn't make a decision.
I didn't like the name.
Yeah.
No, I said to call it tall and fine and seed. Didn't I?
You said that it was along the lines of something like you weren't sold on the name.
I didn't want to call it Clint's seed. It's not about me.
Only that one pack was about you.
What's that?
Clint's Australia Day pack.
Did we do that? Did we?
Yeah. It was all the iron. It was premature and money shot.
Yeah.
And a stubby.
Yeah.
Clint Straya.
Why did we put Clint in there? Maybe I've matured.
Maybe.
I'm less self-focused, obsessed, indulgent.
What was that word? Remember when we had to do when we read back the comments and there was a word that was used? Do you remember that, Dylan? And it meant like self.
Celeste just sent me a screenshot from one of the mums from school that said, "I can't hear shit, Clint. I can't heat shit, Clint." I don't know if she's eating shit or warming it up, or is she was trying to right here. I don't fucking know. But yeah, there you go. So obviously the podcast has hit the school mum circle. That's cool.
That's good.
I'm really fucking delayed today.
Yeah, well, you said it when you got here. It's the poison. All the poisons. All of the poisons.
So we answered that question. Clint's seed is coming real soon. Like in about 10 seconds, I reckon. I don't know. That reminds me of that debut.
That was the 5 minutes of high stress.
Did we tell you about that? So I've got a Whoop now because I'm a fucking loser. I think once you get to a certain stage in life, you start wearing Whoop bands. It's about the same time when you start it's probably about 5 years after you'd start making homebrew, and then you go through I'm going to be a fucking triathlon person or whatever. So yesterday when I was going to the car, my phone had popped up that said, no, we were at the pub, and it just said, it gives you these reports, and it's like, you were in a high stress period for 5 minutes today. Usually we should be like an hour or hour and a half. And I was like, oh, that's when I took a shit. Like everything that happened all day yesterday, talking in front of people, like any stresses around media stuff not working, no worries. But the fact that for me to sit down and try and take a shit put me into a high stress period. Oh no, we need a first aid kit.
Quality entertainment.
Yeah. All right. School mum Billy J says, client's seed is coming, lol. This Billy J's obviously not watched the podcast before. That's some fucking very, very standard commentary. Bearded Sith says, tell us about your latest conference, Clint. Looks like a good setup and a gig. Yep. So yesterday we had about 120 local government peoples coming from all of the local councils across South Australia, as far as Port Lincoln, Mount Remarkable, Mount Barker, Gawler. Did anyone come from Gawler? I didn't see anyone. So, and they came to Kooyonga Golf Club. This is the 4th year in a row that we've done this style of event, and we have 5 guest speakers come and talk about things related to open spaces. The event is called Open Spaces. It's an invitation-only event. We've kept it quite boutique-y, and they come and do some learning and some networking and eat some good food. And
Food was good.
yeah.
Morning tea was a bit light.
Yeah. I don't believe that any venue can handle our food requirements, and we probably just need to start our own venue. We need
So
more
we'll add that
croissants.
to the list.
Well, I want to. I've talked
Yeah.
about doing my media one. I just need more money.
Yeah.
Can you get me some money? All right. Get some of that crypto shit. Do you think that people would pay to see me on OnlyFans? I don't think they would. There'd be some freaks out there.
Yeah, it's like T-Bear, like there's
The bear, just grow a bit more, get my beard out a bit longer. Yeah. Have you seen Bert Kreischer talk about taking tasteful nudes and posting them
Nah.
and having them on OnlyFans?
Tasteful
nudes, yeah. Like, you know, if you go get like a black and white, it's just you on a motorbike. Just
Oh.
not you on some balcony just whipping out a goatsy. Just, do you know about goatsy?
No. Goatsy?
Go image search it. Just go Google image search goatsy. GOATSEE.
All right, incognito.
Well, you're doing it on a fucking live podcast. Why does it need to be incognito?
Guys, I don't want the algorithms to come with that. So goat,
Goatsy.
SEE.
Yeah. Nate Extreme said, you should have a live audience with a laugh track. Fly me over, pay my accommodation, and I'll sit on it. I'll sit in on it. Sorry. Have you found it?
It's a graphic fucking.
It's a dude with his hands like this. Show me.
Yuck, what the fuck? What's wrong with people? I Like, I'm assuming it's an extension of that.
Oh, it's an extension of that. Jeez. Why is it called a ghosting?
I don't fucking know. Ask the internet.
That's an impressive gape.
Sensible question. Sensible question. Sensible question. Sensible question. The Grassman 1 sounds like a fake name. The Grassman 1. It's even got a logo. Actually, you need to put your fucking non-educated hat on for this one. This person might know more than you.
That's fine.
They've got a logo.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that know more than me.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How's it going with that lawn guide book?
Good.
Will it be getting released soon? And will it feature a 12-month plan using products, etc.?
Yes.
I thought that was going to be a lot ruder.
Yes.
That's a really polite question.
So the first phase is finished. It's with the media team getting built.
How
ready.
many pages is it?
Currently 28.
Not enough. Can you make it more?
Stage 2 and stage 3 are still to come.
Chapters.
Not chapters, stages.
Like that fucking Lord of the Flies thing.
Lord of the Flies.
What's that called? Yeah, that one.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, like you got like trilogy. It'll be a trilogy.
It would be, yeah.
I'd like to get one, and with your permission, I'd like to get a limited run of hardcover ones done, and you could use them as like, we could give them away as special prizes, and then we'll get you like a silver text and you could sign them.
Yeah?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, and then, like people could sell them on eBay and then, use it to buy drugs or something.
Maybe. If that's what they choose, that's fine. I don't mind.
Well, they wouldn't be AFL fans, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to Melbourne next week to see the Crows play Richmond at the G.
Melbourne, Crows, Richmond. Didn't Richmond beat the Crows recently in a grand final?
2017. Yeah.
That's ages ago.
On the 30th of September.
Isn't that... that doesn't feel that far along ago.
I know. It's taken that, but that's how long it's taken for the Crows to recover.
Yeah, right.
Because if they had won that grand final, they probably would have retained the players. They wouldn't have done that stupid preseason camp, and we probably would have done what Richmond done and won 3 in 5 years. But that's okay.
Is that?
It's not something I think about.
The camp, that's right. So you reckon instead of the camp, a foosball table in the lunchroom
would have been a million times better.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But you know what, man? Like, if the camp worked, everyone would be talking about how smart that guy was, and you got to try these things sometimes, right?
I don't think I've been to the G since 2014 to watch a game.
I don't think I've ever been there.
You're an idiot. Have
I been there?
Dylan.
Was I with you?
Cunt went to the grand final last year.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh, I just dropped a C-bomb.
That's right, I did. I stayed at that
YouTube.
hotel that you can see the G from the room. Yeah.
You looked at the power all day.
Yeah, there was
You sent me.
heaps of power.
I don't know how many photos you sent me of the power.
Yeah, I'm like, shouldn't this be in better condition? Like, wouldn't you just rip up the grass? I mean, fucking Matty Oliver replaces his grass every week.
Yeah, like it's no problem.
Yeah. Oh, but it's Melbourne.
Yeah, cold.
No sun, no joy.
So he had a wintergreen cooch base oversowed with rye.
Yeah.
Continuously.
Katy Perry was there. My what's she gonna be? My fucking my hall pass or some shit. So I should be careful with giving me those hall passes, because the richer I get, the more attractive I've become. The Grassman 1 said, "Great news, not a fake account. I speak to you guys often via message. Haha. Thanks for the update. Can't wait." Yeah, sorry, the Grassman. I don't see the messages as much because Riley does it. So,
yeah, I was hoping to get a bit of abuse. We haven't had abuse in a while. That's not 100% true. We did cop a little bit in one of the ads recently.
Oh, really? I don't look at it anymore.
Yeah.
What do the people say?
One of them was along the lines of that. Your products destroyed my lawn, but upon further investigation, they weren't applied correctly. So
yeah, you can probably destroy things with things when you don't use them properly.
So, and then
like your car killed my lawn. Okay. And me being Timu Dan.
Timu Dan. There was another Timu comment.
We need to get a shirt, just a shirt that just says Timu Dan.
On one of our respected competitors' posts ads, with the same colour bottles that we have, and it said Timu Lawnhub.
I need that screenshot and then put on the fucking wall. That's the best.
The problem is Lawnhub's not spelt properly.
That's even better.
And then people come to that person that company's defense and said, said business was before Lawnhub, and that's not what
It's
the
about-
point
it's
of the
about
comment.
bottles.
Yeah, it's about the bottles. So, but no,
That's
we'll see
hilarious.
him.
This
we'll
is
see
one
him
of
next
the
week.
people that we like, right?
Yeah, we'll see
okay.
him next week.
Yep.
So
Oh, fuck, I don't think we've got enough time up there, eh?
we'll do it. We'll just have,
I don't fucking know.
Nah, we're back Thursday night.
Are we going Wednesday, Thursday, are we?
Yeah.
I thought we were going Thursday, Friday.
No,
Matt just told fucking that guy that we were Thursday, Friday. Is Matt cooked?
must be.
Okay.
Well, I'm my.
Oh, because
thing-
you're going away, yeah.
my thing on.
Oh, there, that Friday, I need another guest. Fuck.
And that's all the giveaways that day.
Oh, God. I can't drink the day before that one. Okay. Clint Osborne. Hi, Clint.
Hi, Clint.
My name is Clint too. Is it worth spraying liquids throughout winter in cold, frosty fucking Ballarat?
As long as you've still got colour in your lawn, yes. Otherwise, hold out.
Nate Extreme. Don't forget that fucking stupid power stance they did.
You know what?
Video game stance.
You know what? We beat Geelong by 10 goals in the prelim final. So it worked that game. So,
Yeah.
yeah, look. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. It wasn't great, was it, Dylan? Looking back. But imagine if they beat...
Everyone and then just never lost a game ever
yeah,
again.
you know. But that's
What
okay.
time is it? We've got 9 minutes. We're giving something away.
Yep, solo 414.
Tell me you got that right, Dylan. You got those numbers?
Fuck, he's getting better.
So we're giving away a heap of shit.
Mm-hmm.
What, next week?
Yeah.
Hang on a
next
second.
Friday. Well, the mower's not given away next week.
It'll get given away on the Monday.
The week after. We can do it on the Friday. Hold
Nah,
out.
do it on the Monday. We'll do a special live. That's pretty cool. So when's the sale start? In a week? Like
Yep.
less than a week. Thursday next week for
Pre-sale. So get on the text line and the email line to get to secure the stock that you wish. To have access, guaranteed access to purchase it
Crom.
in the early. Yeah, go to Crom. You know how the Crom started?
I only found this out the other day.
Got the word Crom.
Yeah, some old lady wrote
Yeah.
wrote something incorrectly, and then it just became.
Yeah, it's just it's become a brand.
Yeah.
So-
But the Crows hate it, which we talked about this last week.
Do we?
Yeah, I reckon you said the Crows tried to get it to stop, and I was like, well, that's the worst thing you could do.
No, I never said that.
Were you there? Did you say it to me?
I don't believe in-
Someone said to me that the Crows didn't like it. I was like, well, that's stupid, because as soon as they say that, everyone's going to be like,
Yeah.
too fucking bad.
No, I've never said that. Because the people that
Excuse me.
Because the people that sit in front of us on the train when we go to the footy, we catch the same train
You
at the
sit
same time.
fucking seat,
Well, we just pop on and, I suppose we're at the same door, whatever.
and you just get
It's
into
not a
your
large
comfortable
platform.
seats.
They've
This is
got
my seat. Get out of my seat.
they've got instead of crows, obviously it says Crom on their beanie, both of them. And there's just Crom shirts, there's Crom
And none of
scarves.
them are official Crows merchandise.
No, it's Crom merchandise.
That's what I mean. That's funny.
It is funny. It's good.
That would piss them off, because they should have gone and trademarked it and registered it and started making the shirts themselves. But yeah,
Maybe they need someone like you on the board, Clint.
the board of the Crows.
Yeah.
How long do you think that'd last?
Oh, you know what? I think a business like that is so focused on one thing, someone as an
Do something
outsider
different.
who often says it's a stupid sport, and you said in a meeting with an AFL club, I think this sport's stupid. Yeah. They wouldn't be used
They're
to that.
trying to get me to sponsor the team, and I was like, I think the game's dumb.
Yeah, like,
Jared DRJ said, Jared RJ, sorry, said Clint is banned from opinions on footy after his take the other week.
yeah, about the pointy footy. That wasn't received well.
Well, it was up. Did we post it? Did we?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
I hope I pissed off some. But then we got to remember, I'm pissing off people that consider AFL a good sport.
But it is a good sport. It's the greatest sport in
I
Australia.
don't think so. I think fucking ice hockey would be more entertaining to
But
watch.
that's not really in Australia. It might be entertaining to watch. Good footy is good to watch. Nothing's better than good footy to watch. Shit footy, I'd rather
Live-
shit my hand and
Live
clap.
sex.
Hey, that's not a sport though. That's an
People consider that sport. They say I sport fuck.
is that Dylan? Is that what you're starting to tap into?
Sport fucking.
Yeah, it's growing. Is there
Like literally up and coming.
is there betting?
Yep.
Is there betting?
It depends
What do you bet on? Like who goes first? Yeah. Okay. Well, I suppose if you had a track.
You know what? If sport fucking had the same accuracy as football, you just have a lot of dudes just like missing. Just like, you're just like, how are you not getting it in? You've spent your whole life practicing this.
Because
it's not like my hand.
Because if you had like a I don't know, a 70-20 or a 70-30 mix of going first, you could just blame it on saying, "No, I'm not quick. I'm just there for me, no one else." Like, yeah. But if it was like,
it's not premature.
If it's not premature if you mean it. But you meet someone on the weekend, you take them home, and you know that on Monday or Sunday that girl's gonna be talking to her friends about you. It's not as good as a defense. Like, nah, fuck, I'm.
And then you get asked about it. They're like, say, how do you think you went? And you're like, well, it's a bang of two halves. Came out pretty strong in the first quarter. Got a bit of a yelling from the coach at halftime.
But yeah, fuck. That's it. Fucking. That's
the real definition of when the coach says, "I'll pull you off at halftime."
Oh shit.
Sorry. Okay, so I'm not allowed to talk about football. That's fine.
Yeah, it's just a pointy footy comment.
Well, the ball's a stupid shape. That's why they can't kick it.
It's a great shape. I can kick it.
What, you 100% of the time you can kick it where it needs to go?
No one can.
Then that's why it's
They're
shit.
the same things in soccer. Can't kick the ball 100%.
Well, they do.
Mm-hmm.
If they had no one in front of the goal, it would go in every time. It's like billiards. They always get it in.
That's a riveting sport.
They always get it in.
I was watching
10-pin bowling, perfect games, right? They exist.
They exist. I'm not saying that perfect things don't exist. It's just bowling perfect games are closer together than I suppose football.
Than kicking a goal with
Friday,
a set shot out the front of the fucking goal.
On Friday, absolutely. Crows missed 3 goals in the goal square, so
I wasn't enjoying that scoreline. I was as far away from a draw as you could possibly be the whole game. I was 3 points. I mean, I know you could be 100 points, but 3's worse than.
Oh, you'd rather be 100 than 3.
Yeah. The whole time, every time they kind of got close to catching it back up, then someone
because it was a point at one stage for a long time
in the last quarter. Menina is watching live.
She's going next week. I saw her. Oh my god! Saw her on the list.
I should not have had pizza for lunch. Oh, we had pizza for dinner last night as well, didn't we?
Yeah, and hot wings.
I didn't have any wings. I think I do need to fast again.
And
I feel fat.
That bread with
That's why I'm wearing this today.
With the hummus.
Yeah, we had what was it? A charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Yeah. I didn't rate that charcuterie. They needed more meat.
The meat was a little rubbery.
There wasn't enough of it.
But the Gawler palate is increasing,
you can have spicy nuts and bubbly water now.
Yeah.
Jonesy had chili yesterday, actually.
I do chili now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You introduced me to that jar. Since I got used to that, I can eat chili.
From that Vietnamese...
Yeah, like the real chili.
Yeah.
Like that oil you get in your eye, it's coming out. Like you just pop it out.
That's a good question. Hang on. Stop talking, Jonesy.
Yep.
Are you ready? Jaron Owenbro says, will the 20% off sale apply to Total Tool stores as well?
So that is a decision for each individual reseller store. Whether they choose to participate or not is up to them. If you were intending on buying from them at a discounted price, I would ring ahead and ask if they were participating in the sale. Otherwise, you would have to purchase online.
So whenever we have a sale like this, we plan in advance and make all of our resellers aware, and they have an opportunity to buy a bulk order at a lower rate to be able to ensure that they still make money if they're passing on the sale. Some take advantage of it, some don't. It is winter for those of you that don't live in Queensland, and so obviously committing to that much stock at this time of year can be a bit of a punt with a P. And so what he said, just ring him up, and if they say what Lawnhub, you go, come on, bro. Get Lawnhub in your store. I think we're nearly at 50% of Total Tool stores now have Lawnhub. We're pretty close.
That's mental. Incredible.
They said I couldn't do it either. I don't know who says that, but
a lot of people.
The imaginary people. The people in my head said you can't do it. I'm scratching my knee just fucking relax, all right?
They will be imaginary.
That's fucking itchy.
3 o'clock.
Oh, shit. All right, Dildo, what are we doing?
Get up, yeah. Number generator.
Get up, yeah, you fucking dog.
Jesus
8 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Lost all the priests. Random number generator. Google. All right. Oh, please don't do that. We need to get a proper lotteries thing sorted out. Oh, you know what? I had my lawyer do that lotteries thing for us.
Yeah.
And then I forgot to finish it. I reckon he's charged me for it, and I've just done nothing with it. Oh, don't do that. Because I want to give away something really valuable. You know, like a boat. Oh, you should. You know that dude? Is it the Powerfish dude?
William Powerfish.
He goes and gets people prosties.
Allegedly.
I've seen the videos.
Just say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't want. He's got more money than I'd probably a lot of people in Australia.
But I've seen videos.
Yeah, allegedly.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah. He's so funny. He honestly is one of the funniest fuckers on social media.
I wasn't trying to be offensive.
No. Where'd it go? Oh, you're in Brave.
Yeah. What I was thinking is we could rip that idea off. But I don't know how we'd go.
Get prosties.
Yeah, give away that.
Oh, God.
But get one of like Tiger Woods' ones. Alleged ones.
No, they were.
Like, but not an older one. Like a newer one. Hopefully there's nothing in here that shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's pretty tame.
I was waiting for there to be some kind of porn in there.
Goatsy.
Random. Yeah, this would be like random European backpacker.
I saw a post on Facebook the other day of it. Like it was a screenshot. It was like horny Asian foot fetish milfs, and it was someone's status, and the comment was, "Isn't Google, bro?" And the reply to that was, "How do I delete?" It's so fucking funny.
Oh fuck! All right, what's the number?
All right, the first number is 119636.
All right, we're in the 120s now. Shut up. Definitely too hungover for this shit. We haven't had a drunk podcast for a while.
Well, I've never been drunk in a podcast, I don't think.
It's heaps better.
Is it?
120.0068. 120.068. All right. This is good. So yeah, if you are in the space where you might sell a weed and feed pack, and you haven't changed the name, this could be a good market research for you. This is how many orders we've done in the last 7 days. If you want to copy us, that's the number sequencing we use. And we have hub in front of it. So you might want to use a different word like pro or something. But just, pro 119, you're on your way. Now, I press this button and change someone's life.
Yeah.
119639. Congratulations. You now are the owner of a 10-litre Solo 414. And you can do all the spraying.
James W.
Yep, you're right. James W.
Yep. From Port
That's pretty
Melbourne.
lazy lettering. When you instead of just having its own word, it's just there's U and then there's W.
Yep.
Is it W? How do you write W? Is it W or W? 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 That's lazy.
I think I understand what you're asking me.
Yeah.
How good's that?
And he
So
bought a grow and
James
blow
bought a
pack.
grow and blow pack. If you're not sure what a grow and blow pack is, it is a fertilizer product that will grow your lawn and a selective herbicide that will blow your weeds away. So his life's changed. He not only has a high quality fertilizer pack and herbicide, He also now owns a sprayer, which he can use to apply NSFW, which we're allowed to call it. We own that. James has had 3 orders with us, dating back all the way to September 11, 2023. And then he bought something in February 2024, and then just Friday just gone.
Nice.
Living the dream. So yeah, Jonesy will remember that, or someone will send it to you. I don't know. Getting a bit hot for you in the vest, mate. Getting a bit hot in that vest.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, okay. Is the heater on?
Something's on. I think the aircon's on. I'm gonna heat it on.
Is he all right?
I think so. He sniffed too much glue from the floor. Yeah, I did, I think.
Yeah, I did. I think.
A W. No. What is it called? A debooey.
Oh, fuck.
Can you guys make a new one of these?
Well, that is a new one. That's like
February 2025.
6 weeks old. You want some new photos?
It's called February 2025. How can it be 6 weeks old?
Okay, maybe not 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 months.
Not very quick. But yeah.
Fuck me. The file is called Wallpaper Feb 2025.
Yeah, but
What do you think? They fucking made it in April and just called it February just to trick me?
Yeah, we'll backdate it.
originally called February, so maybe it was redone.
Well, this is further evidence that your team don't have very good file conventions for storage of data. Anyway,
Anyway, that's another conversation.
that's not for today. That's for your exit interview. All right. So the Grassman 1
Wow.
says, why does Buffalo have slightly tinged purple runners in patches?
That could be because of the weather, or is it a phosphorus deficiency or a potassium deficiency? It's one of them,
Do your own research.
but it's mainly.
You know they come to us to answer the questions,
Yeah,
right?
but if it's like on an email, I've got time to double check. Live, I have to just think. Let me have a look.
What's the go with you and giving advice about lawn when you don't actually have a formal qualification?
Yeah, that's fine. You're allowed to. Yep. So,
Dr. Jones.
yeah.
Jones. Is anyone watching this podcast? I feel like it's getting worse. What can we do to improve this podcast? Other host? As in instead of me? That's something we get asked about. Yeah, maybe this is not a good idea to research the answers live. It really kind of kills the vibe.
Well, sometimes, you know, is what it is.
All right, I'll play soundboards and you do that. I get no joy from anything.
Stop it. Get some help.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Are there any new audio things we can add to the soundboard? Like, surely the internet's... Like, there's always new stuff, right? What are the kids saying these days? What the helly?
Yeah, here we go.
Oh,
So this,
okay, hang on a sec. Let me ask the question again so that you can... Oh, clip that one. Do you remember old Clippy?
the first one. Fuck is all you dogs.
We've got that somewhere. Can we clip him saying clip it? Whenever he does something really good, I'll just press that. All right. So the question is from the Grassman 1, who is a long-time listener and first time me reading his question, but he does comment on things and ask lots, so I'm sorry about that. The Grassman 1 says, why does Buffalo have slightly tinged purple runners in patches?
Yeah, so it's because under stress caused by nutrient deficiency and also sign of dormancy, early sign of dormancy.
Thank you, Adam.
Clip it.
Premium Green Turf says, I am. So that was when I said, is anyone actually watching the podcast?
Thank you.
Well, ask us some questions because we don't really have we don't have anything to talk about. Jared RJ says, add the Burger King crown guy on this plane to your soundboard. Don't we have that already? No.
They're eating the dogs.
Burger King
They're
guy?
eating the
Yeah.
cats.
Do we have that?
Definitely not. We definitely did not have the Burger King guy on the soundboard.
I mean, we could get him on. It's not.
I have no idea what this is.
James, Yeah. Yeah.
Except,
To the extreme.
As in saying the wrong thing.
Yes. Get that
Oh,
off the plane.
wow.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No. So
You shouldn't even think like that.
Well, the backstory is that he flew from America to Barbados
Yeah.
to be with this woman.
Yep.
Turned out he got catfished
Yep.
and that person took all of his money.
Uh,
Then he went to the embassy, told the embassy what happened.
this is alleged.
They put him back on the flight and he thought he saw the person
That ripped him off.
and he exploded. Allegedly.
Okay.
And Josie just let me know that James's sprayer is on the pallet ready to go.
Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here. Like, don't leave because I'm really enjoying having you here, but that's like a term people sometimes say when they're surprised. So we've just given away a prize and it's fucking packed already.
Yep.
So if you're wondering how quiet Lawnhub is, that's a fucking great example.
But
Also how elite Josie is.
our orders go on a pallet, not a flat top trolley.
So put that on your pipe and smoke it.
You are a fucking
Grassman says, copy, thanks. Adam Premium Green Turf says, it's cold here in Melbourne. I need to come up for a visit and interview. Yeah, Jonesy will be keen. Interview as in you talk to us about your life, or interview as in you want to do Jonesy's job? Which one? Question. Christian D. Ritchie. I feel like I know this person. Sensible question. Why am I getting circles about 300 mil in diameter in my tiff tuff? Christian from Moama, New South fucking Wales. I think Christian knows how this works.
Yes. Christian, what colour are the rings? Are they light brown? Are they white? Are they green, dark green?
Do they look like this?
Yes.
You can't see it, sorry.
Or do they look like this?
I had really hard nipples yesterday, hey?
Nice. Because if they're dark or brown, it could be some form of ERI, which is currently in Matt's Tiff Tuff. It's currently in my Santa Ana, and it's.
Well, you go to bed with funny women, you're gonna get an ERI.
Yes, that's what they say.
Why is the screen still showing this screen?
oh, it's just delay. You can click the pause and then play, and then it will refresh.
Hey, sorry, I interrupted you.
It's all right, bro.
Can I just refresh it? Oh, I need to go to sleep. Oh, he said white.
Yeah, I'd say it's some form of ERI, which is a root fungi, and there's so many different symptoms. There's so many different types of it, but it's a form of fungi that's formed, and it's more present in cooches, Santa Ana, Tiff Tuff. I haven't seen it at Dad's place in the Tahoma, but it had it last year as well. It's just, it'll require some form of fungicide crossed with cultural practices like scarifying and coring that area to try and get it out. And you may need to use a wetting agent or a penetrant to try and push it through the soil as well. So
Maximum penetration. He's got a new job. Different place, different patch.
Is he not at Salisbury anymore?
No, I'm pretty sure he's at Noarlunga. I reckon I saw a photo the other day. Penetrating a new patch.
Nice.
A lot closer to home.
A lot closer.
Premium Green Turf says, interview me. I don't know what you mean. But I like your profile pic. Stripes and shit. We can hook that up. We do need guests. We've had a resounding results to the vote of should Clint get the fuck off this podcast, and everyone wants me out. So I'm really only just keeping this seat warm until someone with some talent rocks up. So, yeah.
You are the talent.
Whatever. Well, I pay the bills.
That's right.
Bearded Sith, haven't seen much of your diversity hire lately. Well, we've got a fat guy. We've got a poor guy. What do we need? An Asian woman. And you could probably get one of your limbs removed. Well, then that diversity. Well, one of yours. I'd like you to just keep both arms.
There was an SVU episode about limb removal. As you know, like
I just had a flashback of me asking you to do something to someone,
yeah,
and you're
first.
like, "That's right, I know what I'm doing. I've seen SVU."
Yeah, I know what they did wrong, so I won't do that.
Yeah, yeah. Wear rubber gloves. Don't reuse them. You turned them inside out again, didn't you? Jared says you need big techs. I think I could probably hook that up.
I think that's Jared, Angel's brother.
Yeah,
That
okay.
keeps saying that because he asked me a question privately to ask you on the podcast.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Bearded Sid says fat and poor ain't diversity in Australia. Everyone's fat and poor.
shit, because it was an inclusivity question.
Yeah.
And it was about a hire of the, he called it the HDMI plus community,
Yeah.
which we've got. So,
Yeah, I won't hire people based on anything other than their willingness to work here and their ability to do their job.
Yep.
If that happens, that they also are a what did you say, HDMI adapter, then that's fucking great. Yeah, fuck your diversity targets. Like,
it's just
I think it's
you
fucking
just hire the
stupid.
right person for the job.
I think that if you're living in a world where everything's so perfect in your life that you need to try and find shit to be outraged about, like the fact that there's not enough X, Y, or Z working in a business, then I think you should just be fucking grateful that you're living in a world that well. Because
And most days there's more women in this building than men.
yeah, but then that's just reverse uninclusion.
Well,
Why don't we have more men?
That's right. That's what I mean. And
No.
we're not outraged by it.
No.
Not all the time, but
I think it's great because we've
that
only got
was a joke, by
we've
the way.
got 2 ladies' toilets and 2 men's toilets. I look at it from a practicality standpoint. What if everyone needs to do a debooey at the same time, right? Everyone's worried about fucking ticking DEI boxes. I'm just making sure that we can fucking get all the debooeys out.
I think that might be word of the year. It's gonna take like within our like group. It's gonna take a bit for that word to be topped. I think.
I think what will happen is it'll be word of the year in Webster Dictionary in like 2032. They'll be like referencing it like debooey.
Yeah.
when you need to lay a cable, and it's
And
been so long that it feels like it's your first time.
And your watch tells you it was high stress. That's the pinnacle part.
I'm like, I think I might be dehydrated. And then Matt's like, "Have you had any water today?" I'm like, and he goes, "How much water have you had today?" I'm like, "None." He's like, "That would explain the tearing."
And the brick shape.
Oh fuck! All right. So, reverse. Yeah, I think I did say reverse uninclusion.
Yeah.
Bearded Sis said, "I reckon share all the toilets and wait for the females to complain about the smell of piss on the seat." The all-gender bathroom in Melbourne airports are the best, though. There's actually Mount Barker. There's a school in Mount Barker that has just toilets. So there's like, you walk in a door and then there's just cubicles and then a big trough to wash your hands. And so it doesn't matter how you choose to use the toilet. There's not even a sign up there that says don't stand on it. And, you know.
Oh yeah. You know, I don't know why I'm even thinking of this, but it was something that I noticed at the footy at the Brisbane game. There was a person standing there, and it was, you know, every, I don't know, maybe 100 metres or so, and they were wearing a green top with a sunflower on it, and it said, "Ask me if you need." And I was like, "Ask you what?" Turns out it's for people that, you know, really struggle with anxiety and being around in social settings.
Don't go to the football.
No, but apparently, and they're at the airport too, and they help you, you know, if you need to go and board your ticket or whatever.
Oh, and you don't want to talk to someone?
Yeah, they do it. They help
so
you.
what the fuck's the difference between the person with the fucking flower on their shirt and the person behind the counter with the Virgin
I don't
logo?
know. I don't know.
Surely approaching that person is just as hard as approaching that person.
I don't know. I don't know. I was just looked at it and I was like, what the fuck's that?
I think I got hair in my mouth. I hope it's mine. Might be this
Like-
poncho. I'm wearing.
Yeah.
My new Temu special. Whoa. Sensible question. John Pinder, how to remove cooch from Sir Walter, lads?
Oh,
Shovel.
enjoy. Hand pulling, painting with glyphosate. There's not really much else you can do, unfortunately.
Sorry, I'm guessing that's probably not the answer you were hoping for.
Yeah.
All gender bathrooms.
The other way around, removing buffalo from cooch is quite easy, but not that.
Well, he didn't ask that, so
I know.
unless you do decide that you want to take the path of least resistance. Fuck, I'm tired. It's only 3:20.
320 blazing. Oh, wrong hour.
4:20.
420 blazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, Instagram questions. Sensible question. Sensible question.
Do we have some come through, Dylan?
Well, we got questions. All right.
My mic's on, but I'll yell. Fresh laid tipped up to my first ever house / lawn. Old timers say slow furt, and yours, I gimmick. Help! That actually wasn't capitals, that last one, so I had to get the extra zone.
I didn't listen.
Can you translate that into English?
Fresh laid tipped up to my first ever house.
Okay, so this is someone who's just laid tiff tough. They've never had a lawn or a house before.
Old timers say slow furt, and yours, I gimmick. Question mark, capital help.
So old timers being people that are older than this person say
That's slow furt.
it's slow fur. So
Yours, is a gimmick, maybe?
okay, so
Help.
yeah, all right. Is it you speak Gawler? Does this? Can you translate this into English for me?
Do you see it on this list?
Are they saying
I don't know what slow furt means.
slow release or
Got laid's
controlled release?
Got laid's controlled release.
And are they saying that old timers are saying that Tiff Tough needs less fertilizer? Anyway, we're going to give you a new question. I'm going to ask a new question that's along the lines of this one. All right. Hey, Adam. My name's Clint. Long time listener, first time. What?
Bailey.
No, I'm Clint in this situation. Oh, I'm a Bailey.
This is Bailey. Yeah,
Hi, Adam. My name's Bailey. I'm a long-time fan, first-time listener. We've just managed to put together a deposit, and thanks to the government, we've got our first home. We've got a grant, and I love lawn, so I've put out a Tiff Tough, and my dad and my granddad said that it needs a slow release or a controlled fertilizer, and maybe not as much nitrogen. But I've had a few mates say that your products are a fucking gimmick. What should I do?
Well, I would probably delist those friends on Facebook and delete them from your phone. But I would look at the Cherry Popper Pack, which is perfect for new lawns, especially roll-out lawns, seeded lawns, any new lawn, any time of the year. The Got Laid in the Cherry Popper Pack is the perfect start for your lawn and the BBW, and then a few days later or a few weeks later, the Roots and Shoots. So I'd check out the Cherry Popper Pack and apply it as per the calendar.
Thanks for your help, Adam.
All good.
Are there any other questions?
There's one more. No, you can say it.
Why don't you yell it at us and make it even more complicated?
Tips to reduce height of lawn to match driveway at edge. 50 millimeter diff ATM at the moment.
Ass to mouth.
After Daniel Pittman edges.
50 mil. That's quite a... As in, like, it's thatchy?
I would suggest that they have a lawn that is thatched up so high above their driveway. Higher or lower?
Higher.
Height. Well, it says tips to reduce height.
Reduce, yeah. So this is my stepdad's got the same fucking problem. He's got a kikuyu hedge. So the question is, how do I reduce the height of my tiftuff or my lawn
Yep, and he wants it to look like Daniel Pittman's edges.
to get close to the height of my driveway, which we're going to assume is cement for this process. And I'm going to say 50 mil is probably too much for a scarification. So it
At this time
might
of
be
year,
an
yes.
excavation.
Or you just wait till the season's really humming again.
That's a lot of turf. You'd have to
Yeah.
do a bunch of. You'd have to do so many passes.
Get
just
it down. Yeah, and get it down.
Like,
Take,
use a
it'll take
helicopter.
time. It's not going to happen overnight, but
But it could. You could just get an excavator in and just take the
you
whole
could.
lawn off.
You could.
And if it's kikuyu,
Oh, if it's kike,
you just get a turf cutter and just
you could.
just
Yeah.
take the
There's
whole.
a video on Instagram of someone dethatching their cooch using a turf cutter.
Really?
And it came back. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I hope that helps. So to recap, wait till the weather's nice.
Yes, that's most important.
You could just mow the fuck out of it and take a lot off. If that doesn't do enough, then you could hire a scarifier and take more off. And if that doesn't work, then you could hire a turf cutter and cut it off. And if that doesn't work, you get a skid steer in and dig it out. And then get a corer while you're there, get some air into your soil, buy yourself a high-quality controlled release granular fertilizer, spread that out with, say, some BBW, and just water it in well using an automatic irrigation system that you've recently purchased from waterpro.com.au. And basically life will be good. You have friends you can trust. You have, family that love you, and everything will just be fucking... we got another question here from John Pinder? I hope I'm saying that right, John. At what point during winter does iron have no effect?
When the plant has lost majority of its colour.
Hang on a second. I just had exactly the same question come from Kim Jong-il.
Yeah. So when the
Is
lawn...
John and Kim Jong-il the same person?
Not sure. But once the lawn has probably lost majority of its colour, it's not actively growing anymore. Yeah, it's not going to give the effects that it would during the growing season. Oh, not the Vuvu Cup.
There you go. It just says blow here. Souffle ici. Blow me. We could have a blower and call it blow job. Sorry, that marketing brain. Same bloke. So Kim Jong-il is John. So what do you're Kim Jong-il when you're at home, and then when you go out, you're John? I guess if you were Kim Jong-il, you probably get asked a lot of questions. What else do we have to talk about? What's new?
The mower video that the guys launched last night was funny. That was a good edit, Dylan. By Kira. Was it by Kira? Half. Yeah, it was funny.
The
I
good
liked
half
it.
was Kira. I'm stuck.
on your dress.
Run over my dress. I live here.
Stuck on my debooey.
Oh, that hurt. Okay. Yep. So Kim Jong said correct. Yep. He is a North Korean dictator on YouTube and a just John over on Instagram.
Nice.
Double life. Nice. Do you have 2 wives? Oh, he'd have heaps more than 2.
I don't know. Is that all right in North Korea?
If you're the dictator of North Korea,
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck you want.
Fair.
Everyone else can't.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Sorry, Kim.
Allegedly.
I don't want to upset you. I'll probably come to North Korea at some point. We can be friends.
The nuke's been launched. At least if the nuke got deployed right next to us and was...
We're pretty safe here.
Well, we wouldn't know about it because we'd be dead, so...
Not me. I'm a cockroach.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that'll be a really good little skirmish setup, while they just got a few walls up.
We could do some GTA missions in there or something.
Yeah. We could slow it down, see if we can get GTA 6 before that building's finished.
For sure.
Mm.
Actually, this is going to sound so fucking just shit.
Racist. Good. Here we
No,
go.
but
Talk to
I
me.
nearly fired up the PlayStation the other day to restart GTA 5. You know what I started up instead?
GoldenEye.
My fucking Game Boy Advance. Restarted Pokemon Yellow, Pikachu Edition.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
It's just terrible.
I don't know what it
I'm
is,
fucking 31 years old, for fuck's sake.
So having a gaming console at all is probably a little bit.
No, but I could have played GTA 5, but I was like,
And
nah,
is
you know.
GTA 5 something that you finish, or you just go do it?
Yeah, I finished
Like
it.
you can finish the game.
I finished it on the 3 consoles that I've...
What does that mean?
mate,
You've got all the prostitutes and then you stole all the cars? How do you win?
the missions, the side quests, the aliens.
I don't think I've ever played it.
You wouldn't. You'd get bored of it. You'd be like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing something else.
Or I'd get obsessed with it and I wouldn't leave the house until I finished it.
Yeah.
I've done that with series. That's why I can't watch stuff. I almost started watching Breaking Bad on the plane when I went to Thailand, and I was like, this is a healthy use of my time, because if I start watching it, how many hours would it take to watch the whole thing? I'd have to watch it at 1.25.
How many seasons are there?
Hey,
Fucking
Google, are you
hell.
listening?
He would.
How long would it take to watch all of the Breaking Bad? Okay, well, how about you just fucking listen to my question? How long would it take to watch Breaking Bad in its entirety? Cool. How long would it take to watch Breaking Bad from start to finish? 5 seasons, 62 episodes, 47 minutes. Oh, you could do it in 2 days. 62 hours. That's not too bad. So you could do that. You could do 2 or 3 US trips and get it knocked out. You have to do a bit of sleeping, maybe 4 US trips. Is it worth it? Best show ever. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Lost is my best show ever.
Oh God, but you like Jurassic Park, so you
Yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth. The world premiere was yesterday.
Did you go see it?
No, I was in Australia. Premiered in London.
You just said world premiere.
So they released
So
it.
it's actually London premiere.
Well, they called it the world premiere because that's the first area in the world.
Why didn't you go watch it over there?
Because we had open spaces yesterday.
Yeah,
So, and I'm not going. I'm sorry. I love Jurassic Park. We're not going on a 21-hour flight just to.
Surely you can get an illegal stream or something.
Nah. So I'm seeing it on opening day.
Yeah, Irvo mentioned that you're a fucking piece of shit.
No.
You and him were going to go see it together, and you were going to go see it the day before.
Well, I always said to him I was going to watch it on opening day, and so he's coming along now.
He's going to go see it.
Yeah. So Angel's third wheeling.
Yeah. Okay.
What did he watch like 8 times in the cinema?
He watched Top Gun 2, and I think it was 10 times.
Maverick.
Yeah. He can be a bit obsessive with things like that.
Yeah. So we'll watch it on the 4th, and then we're watching it on the 5th in the cinema again. And then if I like it that much, I'll watch it again, and probably maybe another couple of times because I'll watch it and then I'll see things I didn't see the first time.
I don't see the appeal. Like
That's fine.
I do like a lot of the other movies that become kind of classics. But then again, I don't get the idea with Star Wars and Star Trek either.
So, yeah, I mean, Star Wars, in my opinion, is better.
And Lost, like I couldn't.
Yeah, Lost is great. Lost is my type of brain, though. Like, it's weird. It's like, it's just not for everyone, but it was for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then I think it lost a lot of people because they didn't keep up with the weirdness.
Yeah.
They couldn't because
The
their
weirdness
brain
got worse.
Well, their brains just couldn't handle it, and that's fine. It's not for everyone.
Yeah. I think I was working back then when Lost was on. As in, like, I had employment.
Yeah, I was in primary school when it came out, but I didn't watch it until I left school.
Yeah.
I don't know how I came across it, to be honest. I was just watching it and I was like, oh, fuck, this looks good.
You probably had like a bunch of VHSs lying around in the house and just.
No, it was on DVD. I bought the box set. Because, the kids today wouldn't understand this, but I bought a DVD player. I bought this certain DVD player that you could do a certain sequence on the remote and it unlocks. So when you used to, as you would know maybe, when you'd buy a DVD set or a DVD off of eBay, you had to buy the right zone. So Australia, I think, was zone 4.
Yeah.
So you couldn't buy a zone 6 or a zone 8, I think, were the English versions because
Stop pirating.
Well, because your DVD player could only play zone 4. So, but I bought a specific DVD player that you could put a certain sequence in on the remote and it unlock your DVD player to watch any zone around the world. So I would buy the cheapest country version, but it was still in English DVDs for like $3 or $4 off eBay. Straight to Australia, boom, could watch
Have you
it.
been? You didn't go to Bali. You haven't been to Bali,
Nah,
have you?
nah.
When was the earliest you went to Bali? So you remember the DVD shops?
Yeah, the plastic tubes. I'm still
It's fucking crazy, dude. So they're all, I don't know what they'd have now. I haven't been to Bali for a while, but they're pretty much Starbuckses. But they're just, every fucking 5th or 10th shop would just be copy DVDs.
Yeah.
And you just bring a wad of fucking rip-off DVDs back. I don't know how the Australian government let us bring them in. Because you'd go through customs. They don't give a fuck. Like, as long as you don't have any nuts or fucking seeds, they're just like, yeah, do what you need to, man. Like, we don't
Or a
mind
boogie
ripping off
board or
Hollywood.
something.
Boogie boards are not cool to go out. I know it was in. Yeah.
I'm a burgundy.
Still blows me away people trying to smuggle drugs into countries. Like, I don't know if me and Jack have been catching, like, border patrol shit on TV. Like, it just happens to be on, like, the 20 minutes before he goes to bed. And this lady had a fucking bunch of coke in her hair. She's like, I think she'd come from France twice in the last 5 weeks, and they're just like, what do you do for a job? Yeah, she was French. She's like, I'm a waitress. Like, how much do you earn? She's like, I don't know, $1,100 a month. They're like, so you have to work for 5 months to come to Australia for a holiday for 5 days. And you've done it twice. And she's like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, you're going to need to come into this room.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. There's a good show on Netflix at the moment about was it the New Zealander or the British girl that, British. She went over to Ibiza for partying and then got like offered this opportunity to go to, I don't know, some fucking like Colombian area. And then, they gave her 30 kilos of coke and they're like, just take it back. And she's like, okay. Then, she got caught, went to jail.
Wonder what's gone on. Was it Cassie Sainsbury? She was...
Cassie.
Cocaine Cassie. She's back in Australia. That really just highlights how much the media cycle just fucking... Like, everyone's freaking out. And then, like, 2 days later...
probably something else happens.
Yeah. It's crazy. It doesn't matter what you do. It just fucking...
But you fuck one goat. Or you eat one bat and then...
I think we should probably wind this up. There's no more questions. I'm fucking exhausted. We should film out there. Yeah. All right. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 72 of Lawnhub Live After Lunch. Hey, I'll be doing the music play out. Thank you, sir. Where the fuck is it?
Hey, I'm an innocent bystander.
Next week, it'll be me and a guest. I don't know who the guest is yet, and either do they. But I promise you it'll be average. That's a good weekend.
See you later.
I did not drive no getaway car. I'm legally blind.
How'd you get wrapped up with these folks?
I got wrapped up. I was walking down the street and I caught a ride.
So you don't